a little triggered or upset. You might even notice yourself having a judgment or two. So imagine that when we're in the spirit realm, we talk to spirit, and if you're Native American, you might call him grandfather, and you say, how will we know when we get off track, when we get in the physical realm? And grandfather might have replied, well, we're going to send you signals. First, the signals are sent in the spiritual realm. Then they're sent in the mental realm. Then they're sent in the emotional realm. And then physical. So the way it shows up in the physical realm is first, we'll send you people that you look at as jerks to attack and criticize you. And if you don't listen to the signals that way, then we'll give you a physical ailment or disease so that you can try to get the message that way. And if not, then we'll bring you back here to try to get the message on a higher level. Okay? So the moment we get off track with ourselves, by doing some non-working behavior, we basically have sold out. Go along with, put up with, give in, etc., etc. And the moment we sell out, we create the audience in our mind's eye as being critical. We create a critical parent within ourselves to signal us. So the audience in our mind's eye only criticizes us when we get off track. And we need a correction to get on track.
It's a different voice than Wilbur.
There's a difference between Wilbur and our own critical parent. Okay. One thing that they both have in common is that they tend to work mostly subconsciously. You don't hear the voice saying, that was pretty stupid what you did. Sometimes you do, but most of the time you don't hear the voice. You just notice, gee, I'm not really doing that thing I was supposed to do. I'm procrastinating, I'm avoiding, I'm in resistance. How come it's not happening? I should be doing this. But you're not doing it, you're in resistance, and you don't know why. There's a subconscious voice that's kind of, if you don't get off your thing. When you get to empowerment dialogue, you'll find out that the parent and the child in your head go through a very specific series of events. Okay? Like the child gets scared, and then it sells out. It betrays itself. It gives in. It goes along with. Like when I was king of the wimps, you could ask me for my house, my car, and I just go, okay. So the kid in you sells out, right? The next thing is that the parent then begins to catch on that the kid is selling out, and then starts to criticize. Hey, you're not on track, and it's not nice, it's not coachable, it's critical. Then the kid inside of you says, okay, I'll do what I'm supposed to do, and it starts going through the motions. Now, the way you realize that you're in that phase of things is because you get really busy, but not a lot of results. When your life is really busy, but not a lot of results, it's because the kid in you is kind of going through the motions. Yeah, I know, it's my job, I should do it. Okay, but I'll do it. Like that. Then the parent picks up on what's happening, and the parent starts to threaten you. If you don't get off your butt and start doing whatever, right, you're going to die alone. Or, you're never going to have something that works, or you're never going to make any money, or whatever. It starts to threaten. And then the kid picks up on what the parent's doing, and the kid gets outright rebellious. Oh, you want to see me lose some weight? Watch this. 12 donuts. Want to see me quit smoking? 2 packs. And then the parent gets vicious. The trouble with the parent is it has the keys to the storehouse of memories, and it knows everything that you've healed to date and everything that you haven't healed to date. So it goes through the filing cabinet, it goes, yeah, he worked on that last year, so I can't get him with that. This is still unhealed. So now you've got a parent that is literally vicious. I mean, every below the belt punch that the parent can do, it will do. You are scum. You're a loser. You know, the worst, right? And then the kid goes, okay, that's how you want to play? Make my day. Try and get me to do anything. I dare you. Go ahead. Yell all you want. I ain't moving. You want me to go for the dream? I ain't doing diddly. And it literally creates being paralyzed as a way of rebellion. So you learn all this in empowerment dialogue if you're in movement to mastery. Marie?
You said that things will go spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and then physically, right? So can you give some examples of what a spiritual and mental warning, or I don't know what your verbiage was, but
Sure. I'll give you a perfect example. You know, I told you how sometimes people come in with diseases, and we do some empowerment dialogue, and all of a sudden the disease heals, or promotes their healing on a much better level, right? So I had a guy who came in, and we were doing empowerment dialogue because his wife brought him in. She'd heard this before, and he had throat cancer. And so, you know, in the one chair, he's talking to the throat cancer. You're ruining my life, and you know, why are you doing this to me? You know. And of course, from that chair, he can't understand. This is insane. The moment he switches chairs, it goes, well, I'll tell you why, you dodo head, because you have verbally abused everyone you've ever loved your entire life. Where's the cancer? Throat cancer, verbal abuse, right?
Wow.
So near the end of the session, see, it's really interesting. Whenever I work with life-threatening illnesses, the life-threatening illness, it's interesting to hear how the life-threatening illness, when they switch chairs, how they talk to the person. And the attitude that comes from of the life-threatening illness is mostly like, if you don't do something now, if you don't change now, you are out of here. It's very adamant. Every time I've worked with AIDS or anything that, you know, is a life-threatening illness. Okay? So the illness told the guy, you can't just fake it. You can't just try to get away with, you know, a 2-minute talk. You have to sincerely clean it up with your kids. And I mean clean it up, right? Or you're out of here. And I tried to tell the guy, I said, look, I just want you to know. The disease was really clear with you, and I know you. I know who you are. I know you know, your makeup, and you're going to try to go and have a 2-minute talk with your kids. You're going to try to brush it over, and yeah, I'm sorry, you know. The disease was clear with you. If you try to get away with that, you're gone, right? Okay, so after about 3 sessions after that, I kept saying, no, you need to do more than that. You need to be vulnerable, you know, like that. And so he just stopped calling. He was dead within a year.
Stop calling you?
Yeah, stopped calling, stopped doing sessions. Right. So you can imagine that all through his life, he kept catching himself attack and criticize and hurt people. And, you know what I mean? Because his father probably did that to him, you know. So he was getting spiritual signals. Something was saying, be more gentle, be vulnerable, be authentic, you know, don't just attack people. Tell them what you want. Ask for what you want. So all that's going in spiritually. It's going in on all levels. Then it goes down to mental. He has thoughts to himself. Some part of him is saying, you need to be more loving with people, right? No, I don't want to hear it. Don't want to hear it. They're the problem. They shouldn't make me mad. If they wouldn't make me mad, I would attack them. You know? And it goes physical first as other jerks showing up in his life, attacking him. You know, people at work. Why are you such a jerk? Why are you such a creep? Whatever. And then it goes physical. Throat cancer. Okay. Let's acknowledge Marie. Dave, you have a question?
I was just going to say I thought it was Satan all the time. Now you're telling me it's me.
You're one the same.
You know, I really hate that, you know? I mean, I can't tell you how many times I look up and kind of go, yeah, I know, it's me again. I know, it's me. I really hate that.
Where to start?
I miss those days when I could actually look around and go, it's probably her. It's probably, you know, they're the problem.
It's definitely my mom.
You know, I'm a sweet guy.
Ignorance is great.
So, criticism from others or self is a request for an adjustment, a course correction, just like we said in all the workshops. All forms of pain are simply asking you to go in a different direction. So if anybody has their notes from that post meeting on the last BlastOff, can anybody tell me what the number one rule is in terms of conflicts? Anybody have that in their notes? Renee?
When I become upset with someone, I stop being a gift.
Yep. The moment you become upset with somebody, you have stopped being a gift. You should shut your mouth because you are not going to help anything. You're going to make it worse. If you're upset with somebody and they ask for straight feedback and you're in the position of giving them ruthless compassion and they can hear it because there's no emotional charge on it. Oh, if you're not upset with somebody, if you're not upset with somebody, you can give somebody good feedback and coaching. Because there's no emotional charge on it. But if there's an emotional charge, they can't hear your words. All they're going to hear is the screw you in your voice. Or the make wrong, or the speed up, or you know what I mean? That's all they hear. You know, you all know this. Someone can come to you and go, well, I'm sorry. You're not hearing the words. You're hearing their intention. Their intention is really clear. Screw you. But when you become upset with somebody because you've sold out, remember, well, the only reason you're upset is because you betrayed your own self. You betrayed your own truth. That's when you're withholding, you're judging, and you're most likely your need to strangle the patchouli out of them could get in the way of using the most effective skills. You never know.
Just mine.
It might. So when you truly want clear, empowering feedback, go to the people who are not upset with you. I don't allow people to give me feedback when they're upset with me because I know it's not good for me. Most human beings are not capable of having an intimate relationship. And it's not because they're bad people. Everybody is a sweetheart. Everybody really means well. Trouble is, from the time we were kids, we learned, 3, 4, 5 years old, we learned that the way mom and dad deal with each other is they verbally beat each other up. They attack. They make each other wrong. We never got taught in school about skills or tools to communicate, or you know what I mean? We'd rather be right than alive. Make them wrong. Okay, get a partner. Share with your partner any thoughts or feelings about what we're teaching. Go.